And
Strangers
welcome
giving
back.
you.
Welcome back. Oh, sorry. Hi, Maggie. What was that?
All right.
Stranger danger.
Stranger
Yeah,
danger.
don't
Stranger
trust
danger.
food that strangers give you that's not packaged. Just saying.
Yeah.
Especially Sturges.
Or even packaged stuff.
You know,
The Sturges are tasty.
Don't take it.
I've been playing a role for it for a while now, and what's his name there? Shen was playing a character who he would just eat anything he found, like literally would eat poison
Oh,
because
so pretty
it
much
looked
what I'm
tasty.
doing.
So they had something called pocket meat. It was literally like they would just find scraps of meat, and one of the other characters would walk around with it in his pocket for whenever Adavi got hungry, and so he would just ask for some pocket meat, and it was weird because he was a very, very intelligent and somewhat wise human wizard slash sorcerer that likes
He
to
likes
eat
he
pocket
likes
meat,
that beef jerky, yo.
you know.
That's fine.
And, hey, listen,
Is it just raw meat?
I when I joined into the game, I didn't ask the question. I just kind of nodded and was like, okay, you like pocket
Yeah.
meat. And I had fun because my character would spend over 10 minutes praying over food before we were allowed to eat it, and he would get furious, or another character would cast suggestion on him to make him wait the 10 minutes, and it was fun.
I feel like Ramen would eat pocket meat. He'd be all about
I
it.
think
I mean, it
Otto,
sounds good.
Otto would appreciate that. All right,
Oh
so
God.
enough of that. Moving on. We
Wow.
yeah.
That got dirty really fast. Anyways,
So is pocket meat ever clean? Sorry. So you guys are leaving there. You make your perception checks. You met up with some of the villagers. You chatted with them a little while. You failed to diplomacy them or to intimidate them. However, you wooed them with music.
be wary, Jessen. I
Footloose.
see some extra eyes up in them trees.
Jazz hands.
Spirit fingers.
1, 2, 3, spare fingers. Woo! Yeah, Justin. All right. Thanks. That was for the natty 20.
That's a gift.
Yep.
That's a gift.
Yep, there you go. 90-20 gift. All right, so what was I saying? So you guys are sneaking in there, announcing yourself, and all of a sudden you realize, everybody except for Jessen, that you are surrounded by spiders. React. Except for Jessen.
Is there anybody actually here?
I mean, you didn't
Yeah.
even step out around the corner into the light, but you do hear shuffling off to the side that sounds like people and not
Be
monsters.
careful,
Okay.
Jessen. There are some extra eyes in the trees.
What?
Astaroth remembers that they said they lived with the spiders.
Yeah,
So
that's what Gukar was going to do.
So he's not going to be offensive. He's just going to be
Yeah.
like he's just looking around like he's not like relaxed, but he's not like super tense either. He's like in between, like ready.
Yeah, I am. Gukar is going to ready an action, which is with his halberd. He's going to attack any spider that comes in with 10 feet of them.
But you are very obviously just kind of like preparing an action, not actually being on the offensive. You're kind of obviously on the defensive.
Yeah, he's like holding it out, like, and kind of just motioning towards the tree line.
I say that to Jessen because Jessen was going to go forward and talk to them, and I'm holding my shield at the ready, and I have my arm near my sword just in case.
Okay. So as that happens, they draw a little bit nearer, but not quite within reach of this very tall, long-armed half-orc with a glaive. Not even close enough to be hit by that. However, they are very obviously kind of surrounding you guys. But then after like a few moments of like just building tension, finally you do hear footsteps walking around the corner and stepping into view is the image of just a stunningly beautiful woman. So looking at her, she looks like a human to you. She is absolutely gorgeous. She stands at probably about 5'4", 5'5", very slender body, very curvaceous. She wears clothing that is, I suppose, very tasteful, way more tasteful than you would expect for somebody that lived in just a small village off of an sized island in the middle of meh. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like off-putting. You would definitely, if you saw some sorceress somewhere in some high metropolis, sure, yeah, no big deal. But this is very out of place here. And she's looking at you with her deep green eyes and her auburn-colored hair and her very fair skin. And she walks around and she doesn't seem alarmed at all by you. She doesn't seem intimidated. As a matter of fact, the face that she's giving you is almost one that's kind of calming. Like she seems like she's genuinely trying to just be relaxed and soothing, just a very, very calm and patient.
Yeah, because she's a freaking Drider.
Is it like a magical, like you're attracted to her, or is it just like, oh, she's freaking gorgeous for a human?
I mean, she's freaking gorgeous for a human. As to whether or not there's something magical about you, I suppose you don't know, but she's absolutely gorgeous for a human. No question about that. If you're attracted to female humans, if
Astark is not attracted. No, human.
Again, if you're attracted to female humans, but even if you're not, you can see what
the
other humans find
Imperial
attractive,
vision.
and she, mixes that.
I'll kind of
And
guess I'll
their
puff
beards are
myself up a
not
little
as
bit.
nice
Yeah.
as mine.
I'll kind of like puff myself up a little bit like as she kind of approaches, but I'll try to keep things, a little more civil and be like, "Hello, are you Nemi?"
Kind of gesturing her hand slightly, just doing like a little like calming gesture. You see the spiders back off as you say that. Just a few inches, not anything really noteworthy. Well, I suppose it's noteworthy because you noticed it, but nothing really dramatic. And she says, in fact, yes, I am Nemi. How is it you've come to know my name?
No, don't trust you. He kills you.
And there we go. That's our one shot for the day.
Can I roll an insight though to see how
Yes, you may.
because if I feel something's odd about her?
Absolutely, yes, you may.
Oh, bro. I hit the wrong.
Maggie hitting those stereotypes hard. It's another female. I need to insight her at her.
I'll
No,
keep an
I
insight
think
on
she's
her
a
while I'm
Drider.
talking.
That's why
Sure.
I'm like worried.
I'm just teasing. So she seems to be genuine. The both of you guys just kind of looking. She seems to genuinely be calm and is trying to approach this situation with an open mind. She genuinely seems that way. That's what you feel, Gadira and Jezin. Astaroth, this human that looks probably too attractive to the human standards, you get a funny feeling off of her. She just seems off-putting. You're not sure why. Maybe it's the fact that she was kind of commanding spiders to one degree. Whatever the case may be, she seems off-putting a little bit. I'm glad your little emote there got ruined.
Oh goodness gracious!
Speaking of off-putting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, anyways, yeah, you get a funny feeling off of her. Gutgar, you also get a funny feeling off of her.
A different kind of funny feeling.
Hey, what's my funny feeling?
It's a little more south.
I mean, I'm not the one with the horns, though.
Okay.
Or am I?
Okay. Oh man.
We
This is what's getting even worse. Sorry, Maggie.
we met with some of your fellow villagers in the woods here. We came from your
the ones that split off. You
Yes.
met with, and please tell me, how well do they fare?
They lost a few, gathering some of the herbs to keep the sturges away.
That they were with us when that happens. So
Well, that seems to be all that they've lost.
really, oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. Oh, please tell me, did they have some of the herb with them?
They did still have some. They will at least
wonderful.
have enough for the night.
Good. That's wonderful. Just so long as they act up so much worse at night. They are a miserable creature.
We've been we came here in a ship and we were hoping to repair it when we came to your docks, but we found, well, dead villagers and dead spiders and sturges in your woods.
I imagine it was kind of a ghastly sight you found back in my village, and I'm sorry about that. Briar
One of the
Glen-
worst ones I've seen.
Oh, well, I am genuinely sorry that you came across that. As you imagine, we're kind of in a bit of a situation here. Briar Glen is known for being peaceful and quiet, and this is just so much for the citizens to handle. Please tell me, were you able to find the supplies that you needed within the village?
As of yet, not 100%.
Okay, well, we
We were hoping to have some manpower to help repair the ship.
Of course, and if you're able to help me, I will dedicate to you. I will make sure that the town itself pays for the repairs of your ship, of course, without staying. But I have to ask, you found the town and you saw the grotesque scene. and I get all of that. And you're trying to repair a ship, sure, but why are you here? I mean, I understand my other villagers have told you how to find me, but why did you find them even?
We need more people to fix our ship. We don't have enough hands. It's in disrepair. It needs to be repaired.
So it was just a matter of finding. Okay, well, that's certainly something that I can understand. So you need to get home, and we have the manpower and the resources.
Traveling aside, it's not just that, my lady.
Hmm?
It is also not right. Something is not right here, and we would like to make it so.
I appreciate that very much.
You can tell by the way Astrok's very off put by this woman. He's not having any of her. He's like, no.
Well, I do have to tell you that, like I said, things kind of went awry, and we just need to return to balance to the town. So, would you care to join into the camp? You look like you could use some rest. Maybe just at least sit down, have a bite to eat, or a drink of water, and I will gladly explain things to you if you need me to.
Sure.
Please come with me. And she does like another quick gesture with her hands, and the spiders back off considerably. Almost all of them outside of your perception, where you can notice them. So you guys make your way into the camp, and you can see there's a considerable larger number of villagers that are here. I mean, just a quick head count, a few score, like easily. It's hard to count walking around. Not everybody is like where you can instantly see them. You certainly see no children around. You go walking in, and she gestures over to where the campfire is set with stones built intelligently around it, over against like near a large tree that would have blocked most of the light, and another like kind of like the travel stuff they had brought with them is stacked up on the other side, once again blocking a lot of light, and the fire is burning low. So once again, low for heat, not high for light. So once again, you can tell that this group here knew what they were doing in setting up this fire and trying to keep very low key. You also notice that there is a very slight smoke coming off of it that's a little bit different color than you would typically expect, and there's a strange, almost like burning smell coming off of the fire. It wasn't too noticeable until you got very close to it, but now it's like almost leads to like a weird taste in you. Like you're kind of like licking the front of your teeth, and you're getting this like weird taste in your mouth. It's very hard to describe, but a slight burning sensation.
Astros keeps snorting, like trying to get it out of his snout.
Absolutely, definitely, with his big tongue.
Yeah.
Big what is it? Not horse, cow mouth. Sorry, that's gross.
Can you do that one more time for me? Just one more time.
Yeah, just one more.
All right.
It's gonna be a
in my
gift.
memory now. That's good.
All right. So anyways, you she gestures for you guys to take seats, and you're welcome to do so if you want. But there's like kind of dead wood that's been stacked up around the fire as well, so people can easily sit there, almost like if you imagine like a junior campground that you would see in any 80s or 90s movie, where there's just coincidentally large dead wood that's lying next to this thing for people to have seats. There's a whole one that everybody's
We're
kind
all
of gets
getting
up and moves away
patches
from.
after this to add to our gear.
Yay!
Yeah.
Spider patch. Oh, I need more scotch.
Right.
So you guys are. Does everybody sit down, or does anybody choose to stand?
I'm going to stand. I don't think
That's
Gutkar's not going to be around the fire. He's actually going to look around to see if they need any help around the camp.
Sure.
so
Help with what?
Astro can do the same thing.
Like if they need supplies being moved, if they need wood being cut, or anything like that.
It's all been done.
Okay.
It's 100%
Well,
taken care
you
of,
try.
and considering the number of people and the amount of work that were required to do it, the fact that everything's done is like, I mean, you don't even need to roll a check. It's mind blowing. You would not expect this much work to be done.
Gutgard does not trust this.
So
you just see Astro kind of like put. It's not aggressive. He just takes his maul out and puts it on the ground, kind of leans on it.
she and the other two. Do you guys sit, Gadira and Jezin?
I'll sit. I'll wait till Gadira sits. If she sits, I'll sit too.
Gadira wants. I guess first I'll look around. Do I see anything that seems out of the ordinary?
You're welcome to take an insight check if you would like, if that's a big concern of yours. I mean, the fact that, as I just pointed out with what Gutgar had noticed there, the fact that everything seems to be done and everybody just seems to be fairly well settled seems out of the ordinary. But more than that, all of you guys, I'm sorry I didn't describe this. Another thing that's out of the ordinary is there are a bunch of tents already set up over here too, but the tents are made out of webbing. That's
okay.
here. So people kind of like are going in and out of these web-made tents.
Oh, that's right. The spiders are helping. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna grab out my prayer wheel and sit down, and I'll just start spinning it.
sure.
You
So
said there were no children in sight, or were there any at all?
you didn't notice any children.
Okay.
So she does, when the two of you guys sit down and do whatever it is you're doing, obviously taking in the surroundings. As she does so, she gestures for two others to come over. And she picks up 3 bowls. And she actually pours some of the stew that's being cooked on the pot into 3 different bowls, hands one to each of those 2 people that came over. Different ages, one guy, one girl. And each one of them, she kind of turns to them. She's like, just have a little. And she turns to you and very openly and very obviously turns to you and has you watch her take 2 big slurps of this bowl, incredibly gracefully. The other 2 significantly less so, but they take big slurps of the bowl, and then she gestures to a few more bowls and the stew, and then looking at you guys, seeing if you want any.
Gadira kind of motions it off. Oh, I have my own, and she pats her pouch.
She looks over to
Astrog.
Jessen and everybody else. Go ahead.
Astrog is like a beat from his pack.
Okay, Jessen.
I'm gonna more be like, well, look, we don't want to take all your food. I mean, you have a lot of people here to
Trust
feed.
me, there is more than enough stew to go around. You're welcome to it. I understand if you don't trust it, which is why. But you're welcome to it if you aren't genuinely hungry and just want to relax.
Astrog
Good
sniffs
version
the
of
stew. Astrog sniffs the stew.
Make me a perception check, please, Astarock.
I think you all know why.
It's poison.
Okay, so on top of the fact, so the reason why I want you to roll a perception check for me, on top of the fact that you rolled a 20, you're bovine, and so you have a greater sense of smell than this orc and this human and this dwarf. Actually, dwarves have a decent sense of smell. But so you're smelling the stew, and you can actually smell there's a considerable number of vegetables inside here, as well as some good seasonings. Like there's a lot of flavor to the stew. However, there is fish in it as well, and so you might not eat that.
Is it just fish?
There is fish in it as well, but I don't know if
Okay,
you're
eat
omnivore
it.
or herbivore. Okay, so
If it was me, like no, but
no, and it is genuinely good soup, or stew, I should say. It's genuinely good stew, and it is a fish stew, not like chowder.
I'll take some.
Ooh, I love chowder.
I'll take
Wait,
some.
is it
I'll
freezing? Is it actual clam chowder? I love clam chowder.
You know what's funny? Again, I know I grew up in New England and everything, but I love Manhattan-style clam chowder. Oh my god, red chowder?
No,
So good.
you're wrong. No.
Nope.
No. Leave. I'm done.
How?
Bye.
Sorry, I'm
I
lactose
agree with Frank.
intolerant, so it
I'm
has
with
to be
Frank.
worth it.
Red
and-
chowder is awful.
Oh,
how
get
big
out
are
of
the
here.
bowls they gave us?
You can certainly grab one of the larger ones. They're not uniform.
Okay, because let's be like, if it was like a small bowl, he'd like take it in one gulp and then
Yeah.
get another one.
And nobody reacts to it whatsoever. You know what I mean? If somebody does, it's like way in the back. If somebody's high enough perception to notice it, it's like way in the back. And genuinely, people are kind of like respectful. So if you guys seem to be completely settled, Jezen eating some, Astarock eating a ton, Gutgar avoiding it altogether, and Gadira just nomming on some rations or sparingly, you guys are. She says. So again, you probably have questions. I imagine it's what you came across here in my village is a little uncommon from anything you've
Well,
noticed before.
For me, it's straight and simple, lady. I don't need an epic story and a tale. I just need exactly what you need for me to help and fix the problem. The faster you tell us, the faster we can solve it. At least
As-
that's how I like to do things.
I
You seem
appreciate that,
sloppily
thank you.
eating, and he's pointing, like agreeing with her. He's like sloppily eating, so just pointing at like you're just like yeah, I heard, agreed.
Yeah, Gakar like nods his head and is just like, yes,
I
my people are used as slaves, just like you use the spiders. We are used to such things. His people are cattle.
Oh, snap.
He nods towards the Minotaur.
He just not he thumbs up, keeps eating the food.
I'm terribly sorry. There might be an understanding. I'm not going to give a long explanation because you specifically asked for me not to, but they are in fact not slaves. So they work with us. They are one with us for living in harmony. It's just mutually beneficial. But that doesn't matter.
Yes, and the ship captain pays me well.
Well, you know, that's
She
fine.
bullshitting?
She genuinely does not seem to be so, and nobody seems to be reacting as though she is or anything like that. So, but she's like, but that's neither here nor there. We can, it's semantics at this point. So, let's get into exactly what you had asked for. The issue is, as I had said, we live in harmony with the spiders, and they keep the sturges at bay so that we can survive. Because the sturges on this island are, well, they procreate at a ridiculous rate. We've only lost some of our spiders in the past 2 days, and their numbers have probably already quadrupled. So, we were fine until just an incident recently. There's this man. His name's Nith. He moved to the island about 11 years ago with his family. And he moved here with more than just his family and their luggage. Apparently they brought some baggage with them as well, and it eventually caught up to him. And just skipping the details, because you had asked, after his family was taken from him, I'm afraid his mind was as well. And so he thinks that the reason why things are going wrong for him is because of the spiders on this island, even though he's new to it, and we've been here for 3 generations. So he's a unique man. He was able to call to this creature that has this like innate craving to, it just devours the arachnids. It just consumes them easily, and it spreads because of it. And he called this creature, and it has wreaked havoc, and it's been just killing so many of the spiders that are peaceful. He's taken to an old mine that we discovered a long time ago on the island. It's a mine that was actually the nest of where the Spider Queen would kind of use as her recluse. He killed everything that was there, including the larva. He killed all of them. He killed all of them, destroyed all the eggs, and now he's living there in what was their home with this creature. I think he intends to wage this war and continue killing the rest of this. He has the ability to communicate with the Sturges, and so they don't bother him. And so he thinks that his way of life is potentially better than ours, and he's going to change everyone's way of life through his force.
Can I ask a out-of-game meta questions for myself?
Sure.
Those deep, like, kind of like pick injuries, are they rectangular?
Are they rectangular? Again, they're almost like...
Sorry, triangular. Sorry, triangular.
They're almost like spherical in shape. It's kind of hard to describe. Again, it almost looked like somebody used like a pick, which does have edges to it. Pick is not perfectly spherical, right? It does have edges to it. It does look kind of like that, like again, like somebody had taken a pick and stabbed it into somebody.
Where were the wounds?
They sometimes were in different areas, like let's say a leg or a shoulder or like the abdomen, something like that. It's not like it went through somebody's head or anything like that, but it certainly was.
Something out of my head that they're like right here, the wounds. So it's not what I thought it was.
Okay. I mean, they're in different places, but it's not through the head, so it is like up in that area with like the shoulder wounds, and there's some in the leg, and there are some in the abdomen and whatnot. So they're about, the different wounds.
I thought I was gonna make a mind flayer and Illithid.
So, what do you propose for us to do?
Well, I don't want any more death. Though I understand if that has to be what happens.
Well, how would you propose we stop him if death is not the option? I prefer the other way as well when I can.
Maybe you can reason with him. As I said, things went awry after his wife died, after his family was taken from him. So again, maybe you can speak to him and calm him down and get him to reason. He's not welcome on this island anymore. Either way, I'm sorry if this was his home, but he's ruined it for everybody else. So he's not welcome to stay here. But he doesn't need to die. Maybe you can convince him to leave. And that creature that he brought with him, that does need to die. It's too dangerous of a creature to leave about.
Alrighty then.
We can see what we
Seems
can
like-
do.
Something we might be able to do.
Yes.
Also, I'd hate to hear what your long stories sound like. Just letting you know.
Oh, Maggie, that was awesome. That was good stuff. I like it. That was good stuff.
Astaroth, by the way, if he was counting, he's on his fifth bowl.
Nice. That's awesome.
So, how many women are in the camp?
I mean, it's hard to tell because not everybody's visible, but there's maybe a couple dozen.
I think that's what Gukar is going to be focusing on if we're going to have a rest.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys intended to take a long rest here, which you're welcome to do so, or if you just wanted to, relax for a short while and then get back to it.
So
Well, we
say
probably
a
want to
short
know,
rest?
like, we probably want to know a
To
little bit
relax,
more.
you say.
A short rest, you say.
We probably want to know more about his patterns, like when would be the best time to get rid of this creature, like if they know its patterns at all, and then
Yes,
also,
Yeah.
if
Is it active during the day or night?
yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, I don't know it well enough to answer that question for you. What I can tell you is that, it's dangerous, and I believe it's in the cave with him right now. I wish I could give you more. I just don't know that creature well enough to answer your question. I'm sorry.
Well, it was worth a try.
Well, I appreciate your wanting to find out this information. It's super important to all of us. This is our lives. So
Can you describe the creature at all?
it's enormous. I mean, it's like
Size of house? Size of...
No. If you had stood one horse behind the other, that much in length and probably a horse and a half in height. It's very large and it has these ginormous wings that stretch the span of a tavern, and it has these large mandibles. If there was any way that I could describe it in terms that you could understand what I'm trying to say here, imagine the most nasty looking wasp you've ever seen, but blown to proportions you couldn't even begin to imagine. It's
All right.
it's frightening. It's frightening indeed.
Have you
Insect
found
bite.
any weaknesses for it?
I wish I could say that we have, but we really did not even have much of an opportunity. It would come at us and it would just stab with the stinger, and people would just fall motionless and die, and that was it.
The herb you burn, is it only work on sturges, or does it affect other insects?
I mean, it works on other insects, certainly, but if you're trying to draw the line between a regular insect or even a sturge, which is quite enormous, and this thing, I imagine this will not, or if it was going to, you would have to have quite the bushel with you to make
Yes.
that happen.
Astaroth kind of like wipes some of the food off his face, and he says, he's like, what does the herb run them away, or does it actually hurt them?
The sturges, it's like it's they just don't find it appealing. It's somewhere drawing a line between masking the facts that you're there, like they can't even perceive you, and putting something in front of them that they would find very unappealing. So imagine finding if you were a Sturge, you would see something that you found quite delicious, quite devouring, and you wanted to just consume this thing because it was one of your favorite meals. But as you drew closer to it, all of a sudden there was refuse that had been rotting on the side of the road. Vomit on the side of a tavern that's just been sitting there for days is what you noticed instead. I imagine it worked kind of like that.
Halfway out, Astaroth tuned out and just started eating again after she said she's like, he's like, okay. And it's like, just goes back to eating his fifth bowl.
Nice.
All right.
Anybody else?
No, I think I'll just take a small rest then, if that's our plan. Are we gonna take a small rest?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
If we do that, then before we rest, I'll cast Aid again, just so that I can cast it, and then I might not relearn it again. So everyone should wake up with 5 temporary HP.
Okay. This is a short rest, so everybody's welcome to burn HD to heal themselves if they would like to. And on top of that, you are welcome to use your Song of Rest there, Jezin, to make sure everybody heals that additional D6.
I will indeed use my Song of Rest.
Wonderful ability.
Yeah, you can heal extra D6.
I'm struggling to find something, so you guys can have a quick RP moment around the campfire while I'll be right back while I'm trying to just grab something really quickly, okay?
Alrighty.
Thanks.
Okay.
Astaroth,
So what's the heal?
It's a 1d6. He's rolling it for all of us. He has to roll it.
Oh,
Give me a second. I'm rolling
Hey.
I'm rolling my own first.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sweet. Oh,
4.
that's what I needed. Sweet.
So it's still a pretty good one. So I'll heal up.
That's pretty much what I needed to.
Astaroth is now on his 6th bowl of food.
I'm legit 1 hit point away from full, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I was 5 away, so
I have a lot of heals, so we should be good.
I just wanted to make
you're,
sure I was at full health.
Temporary hit points, do they stack with the other 5 that you gave us?
Nope, temporary hit points do not stack.
I know, I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
That was like 10 extra hit points. Ooh.
Yeah, I had to learn it the hard way. I was like, figuring it out because it didn't make sense to me. It's like, what? How does temporary HP work?
So since we're all sitting around the fire and everyone's eating, are we all just sitting there silently?
No, I would say we
Just slurping around.
should probably take turns resting.
Well, it means it's a short rest, not a full rest.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So we're not necessarily sleeping either. We're just sort of, relaxing around the fire.
I
Yeah,
kinda
it's just
saw-
a short rest, not a
We
long
were
rest.
relaxing the entire time we were talking and eating, so I assume we just have enough to finish out the rest of the rest.
Yeah. It's more or less an hour and a half between conversation or just literally just kind of relaxing, kicking your boots off and closing your eyes for 15 minutes, whatever the case may be, with your rest of your friends around you watching over. Every character would do their own thing, but you just kind of come up to the point where you all get a short rest over the course of an hour and a half or so. And she does say to you, she's like, so when you guys are finally up and ready to go again, she's like, well, if you all are ready to get traveling, I can send one of the spiders to show you the way.
Yes, that would be much appreciated.
Yes, thank you.
I will make this offer, and I won't assume your answer. I could send multiple spiders in case you do come across those Sturges. It is late at night. They are very active now, and they could capture the Sturges so that they don't bother you along the way. I just don't want you to feel as though I'm sending you off into the dark with an army of spiders to kill you while, you're unawares.
Well, Astaroth does not like spiders. He fucking hates Sturgis way more, so he agrees to that. And also,
I think Gokar would agree too.
what did she say she would give us before? I completely tuned out for a second. When he first started talking, she was talking to us, and I was like, okay, cool. I have no idea.
Oh,
what
she's like they'll help us fix our ship and everything
Yeah.
for free.
Oh,
Stuff like that.
okay.
Hook
I was
you
like, what are they giving us? I completely missed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a nice offer.
Yes, thank you.
I'm glad I can be of assistance to those that I'm going to be severely in debt to momentarily. Well, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart and those of everybody around me, and a whole bunch of faces around you are kind of like half smiling and nodding. She's like, thank you so much, and God's bless. I hope everything works out for all of you.
I do too.
And you too. May Hela look over your camp. And she kind of like takes her prayer wheel and does like a little motion with it and moves onward.
Okay, awesome.
Astor just kind of bows his head and goes, "May you not die."
Nice. May you not die. So you guys start making your way, following one spider who stays very
Before
nearby.
we do that,
Please, anything you would like to do?
Astaroth would like to ask Adira for some of the herbs. Not all of them, but just like some of them.
I gave them all to just to.
I can give you some of them.
Okay, so he would like just like maybe half of what was
Sure.
given.
I also
We
would
can also
like...
pick some on our way. So.
Yeah, if we can find any. Yeah, definitely. I also did want to see if like I could. Would I be able to know anything about Briar Glen? Had I heard about it before? I was just curious if I
It's a hard no on that one. This place is so
Okay.
remote. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of a small island off in the middle of nowhere in a world.
Even
that's
if
not
you
even
are
history.
trained in history.
I'm not trained in history, no.
I'm trained
am.
in history.
Yeah, I'm like I am.
You know what?
And I'm
I
old.
actually
I'm like 322 years old.
I'm gonna let Astaroth roll with disadvantage to see if he would know, simply because he is in fact a sailor and this is an island and he's trained in history. I will give him an option with disadvantage.
Her fiddly game.
No.
You've never heard of this place ever
Wait,
in your
but
life.
I'm also a sailor.
But are you trained in history?
I'm trained in intimidation, though.
You
That
know
work?
what? You do a great job of that, just like you did a great job of history.
Obviously.
Obviously. So anyways, you guys are traveling your way, following along that one spider. Every once in a while you notice like in the woods, as you hear like and clearly the spiders that are flanking you in either direction are taking care of this. Now, whichever you knows more about spiders know, and whichever you don't know more about spiders don't know. But most of the spiders traveling with you are just giant spiders, ranging from the size of a real dog being 25 pounds or more, or much larger than that, to even a wolf spider actually is traveling with you guys. And this thing is very fast. It is very fast.
Yeah.
It does not fight the sturges. It kind of like walks the perimeter around you guys, trying to keep an eye out to make sure that things are safe. Acting as though a scout. But you do continue traveling with a spider that is leading you the way. It is one of the smaller ones that I suppose calm your nerves until you do get led to the entrance of an old cave. So, you start making your way towards that cave, and it's kind of funny actually. We had some great RP, and I love it. I love the RP so much. It makes me very happy. I had planned a considerable amount of traveling through this cave forever ago, but we're totally. Why is this acting so funny today? Damn, you rolled 20. You guys probably can't see.
Now we can't.
Now you can. Right? No, wait. No, you can't.
I mean, we can go through this entire cave. It's fine. Only another hour or
Can
two.
you guys actually see?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. What is going on here?
You probably didn't give us vision.
Nope, there it is. Bam. Oh,
Oh,
it's because
there it is.
I
Right.
didn't care to give vision on this one. I was like, I don't care about that. So, anyways, there you go. So, I originally had this huge cave complex for you guys to travel throughout, and look, there's some great spider webs and some train tracks and
Okay with that.
even all sorts of other things. But all we're gonna really focus on to get your way to the other side, because we're trying to button it up a little bit. Limit time. Is one of the things you guys will notice as you're traveling around is let's see. Up here, there's a dead end. Oh, there's rocks in the way. Ooh, my apologies. Let me make sure this is visible for everybody. Drop this back considerably. Up here, there is a dead end. You guys can't see to the other side of it. Let me actually. You actually can see the other side of it. Let me. Bam! That fixes it. Wait.
I can't see now.
God.
I can't
I
see.
can't see either.
That is so frustrating. It's probably because I didn't give you guys vision. I usually do, but I was doing this stuff quick. So you can't see the other
This
side of it.
must be what you feel like, Jess.
So over here, you notice that there's
What,
again
normal?
a blocked pathway. There is a chasm, and continuing to make your way around, you realize the only way you're going to be able to get to be where you want to go is to travel over at least one chasm. Just do me a favor really quickly. Roll for me an investigation check.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of us are
to
just,
see how many chasms you're going to have to go over. Wow, Jezen did an amazing job. So did Gadira, and Gutgard did not do terribly well. Astaroth is lost in the cave.
Patrick just falls down one of the chasms.
He knows how to get out. He just doesn't know how to get through.
No, we have him tied up on like a leash.
Oh, how cute!
No, I'm just kidding.
So
With a little
because you guys rolled so well, you're able to see that you can actually travel your way all the way around down here and over and around the first chasm. However, you're gonna still need to make your way over to the there we go, clear. Make your way over to the second chasm and to actually try to cross it. So this is a considerable gap, and just drawing it for you, that is going to be a large gap to cross. 25 feet at the best case scenario, 30 feet the worst case scenario, unless you're starting to do weird angles, then it's 35 feet.
Oh, that's easy.
So how are you guys hoping to hop this chasm?
Well, I
So-
happen to have some rope I grabbed from the ship.
I do have rope in my adventure pack, and I do have javelins.
Oh,
3
we
javelins.
have plenty of rope and some javelins then.
Say I have rope. I have some rubber ducks too. I took from the ship if y'all need that.
Could you do me a favor, please, Maggie? Could you roll for me a history check with advantage?
All right.
Oh, also,
Let's see how it goes. Nope.
Wow, that's strange. So, you are able to notice that this is a dwarven mine, an old dwarven mine, which is strange because you are off an island, but it has been abandoned for a very long time. We're talking a few of your generations. This has been abandoned for, clearly. But that's all you're able to figure out.
How many generations?
At least 3 generations. So we're talking.
That's not that many.
We're talking.
Remember, I'm 322 years old.
Oh no, I know that, but you're pushing a millennia. So, this is pushing a millennia that it's been abandoned. Well, of dwarves, not of everything. So, how is it you guys would like to get across here? And it is exactly as you see it. There's old broken rope there that's somewhat rotted and. Okay.
one thing, Gukar is going to pick up just a rock and ask if it doesn't cost a spell slot, someone to cast light on it.
I can get you.
Does he say the exact spell? If it doesn't cost a spell slot, could you pass
Yeah.
light on
Like,
this
if
for
it
me?
doesn't, if it's a cantrip.
I mean,
Yeah, I can do that too.
Yeah,
He just
I
like
can provide you
throws
with
it
light.
down the hole.
Okay, so 2 rocks get lit up by the power of Gadira and Jezen, and you throw them down the hole, and you see that it falls for a considerable amount of time. And finally they hit the ground, but maybe because they've bounced out of sight or whatever the case may be, you cannot see the light anymore. Roll me perception checks to see if you heard them hit.
It's deep.
Nope, that's persuasion.
That is.
Persuade the rock if it made a noise.
All right. Astaroth once again is useless in a cave, as per the old Greek tales. Gutgar, it's way too beyond his ability to notice, and of course, Jezen is just a human. However, Gadira is a dwarf, and this is a dwarven mine. Listening intently, she can tell that this drop is maybe a quarter mile.
Oh, not a full mile?
Hmm?
Well, I think
Not
it's
a full mile. Yeah, it's a full mile.
You guys don't even hear it.
Quarter mile.
Okay, but we don't see anything crawling up the walls. Because that was the real reason I threw them down there.
Nothing's wrong.
Okay. So what plans do you guys have for this? Because we have rope, we have javelins. What other ways might there be?
I could create something small to help us out,
Jump.
like a little hook or something, but
Jump.
No. No one can
Oh, yeah.
fly or anything?
Well, you could wrap that rope around that javelin, get a good throw onto the other side, and we could tie it on the other side here and climb across, I suppose. But I'll let you know, my old limbs are not as dexterous as they used to be.
So while Gadira is speaking, Gukar just picks them up and throws them across the chasm.
Okay, I was gonna look for like a big rock just like a big rock
Mhm.
that could go across the chasm maybe.
Okay. So you are able to find loose stones around here and there because the place is so old and broken down or whatever. You are able to find loose stones. But Gutgar did tie a rope around the javelin and throw it? Is that what
I
heard?
mean, oh no, I was being sarcastic, saying that I threw Gadira across the
Oh, my
chasm.
apologies. I totally misunderstood you.
Yeah.
that was
Saying
one
he was
of
gonna
the,
throw me.
All right,
Was
so
Not
uh,
a halfling.
I know.
Or a gnome.
Sorry.
okay, so you are you find that large rock there, Astrock.
It's not 30 foot long though.
No, it is not a 30-foot long rock. No.
That's what I was
I'm
kind of
looking
going.
for a rock. It must be 30 feet long. You
You
mean
know,
like
exact-
a boat?
You don't find a
No.
slab. You don't find a stone slab that can stretch 30 feet and support the weight of something over 400 pounds walking on it. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
it's not a
Our main issue
reinforced
is weight.
marble slab with bracing underneath it. No.
But
Okay, so
but railings could have railings.
Were there you said that like the picture is as it is, so there were tracks we saw.
Yep, they're old, broken down tracks, but sadly those tracks don't go anywhere anymore.
but can we pick up the iron track ties?
So you go over there and you see the iron that's sitting there and it's old and rusty.
It's rusty?
But you want to try to
Yeah,
pick it
that's-
up some?
No, because I was gonna say we could have
Oh,
used that to balance it.
I have. Oh, never mind. I didn't take that. Well, I have stone cutting.
Hmm.
Whenever you make it, it's whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you're considered proficient. So I get a bonus. I get double bonus instead of my normal proficiency bonus.
Oh, gotcha. So you would have gotten a 10 instead of an 8 with that check that you had made earlier, but still not
Yeah,
very high.
like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the walls that looks out of place?
No, it doesn't look out of place, but it's not like it's smooth stone. I mean, if it was at one point in time, it's long since changed from that. So
What does it look like was attached to these before?
How?
these were tracks for the carts coming through.
Did
So
any
there
of the
was a
spi-
track before.
Mhm.
Okay.
Did any of the spiders come in with us?
No, none of this. Well, I mean, they kind of like stayed near the edge, but they kind of like hissed. One that was traveling with you kind of hissed as it got close and backed off a little bit. It did not come in. The area inside here you've noticed is webbing around and whatnot. This was at one point in time the spider's nest, but no longer.
How long would it take to go back out of the cave?
Too long.
Probably like 2 minutes.
Too long.
Okay. While they're because Astaroth says maybe the webbing was strong. Maybe we can have the spiders web us a bridge.
Oh yeah, I forgot they were about.
The thing is, maybe we could use the webbing that we have. There are these large webs around the area.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's webs around here.
Yeah, but if we have the
don't-
spiders,
we
they can
don't-
just make us a
We don't
path.
weave webs as well as spiders do.
Well, I'm saying what we could do is we could use the webbing as sort of a
Yeah,
tie
take some of the webbings like this.
and put together what's left of the tracks that's in good shape, like the metal that we think might be able to support a little bit of weight. Put it together. We can always have Gutgar, you and Astrock could test it out and see how tough it is. Basically, put a bridge together of some type, some loose one.
It just
I
seems
mean, that's-
better.
What Gokar was thinking with the javelins is we throw one and it buries itself in the rock with the rope attached, and someone crawls over.
It just seems better to me if we'd have a new web spun with multiple, so it's sturdier than just.
What's above us?
Just the ceiling
Oh,
of the
full
cave.
bridge.
Yeah. No, it's the ceiling of the cave, but it's probably a solid like 15 to 20 feet unevenly above you.
Okay.
Well,
And
why
it's-
don't we just? Can we not
Oh,
just
wait.
have the spider weave us a web across and we go across?
I have 3 javelins. I have a rope. Jessen has a rope. Does anybody else have a rope?
Sure. We all have rope.
It seems
So-
like Gutgar is against the spider weaving idea, which is perfectly
Well,
fine.
no, they can still do theirs, but mine also helps.
I'm
so,
not saying with the track. I'm just saying have a spider make us a path.
Oh, no,
to
I
walk
agree with that.
across.
I don't know
but
if the spider
that
will come in
work.
here with the monster that they
That's
eat
what I was thinking.
Oh,
spiders.
that's true. That's true.
Um,
Well, it
so-
doesn't hurt to go out and ask though. It's like 2 minutes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do we
is,
speak with
while you're
spiders
doing-
like that lady?
No.
Probably not. But they
I
might
have the
understand
command
this.
ability, but I don't think that allows me to speak to
No,
spiders.
no, don't do command. We do not want like 50 million angry spiders coming to attack us.
So, well, are you guys still going to go out and talk to the spiders?
Astrok definitely going to.
So, while Ashrak's going there, Gokar is going to tie the rope as tight as he can on the javelin and huck it towards the middle of the ceiling.
Okay. So you huck it towards the middle of the ceiling, trying to make like a swing.
Swing.
Gotcha. Okay. Throw me a well, first accuracy, an attack roll, and then immediately afterwards a strength check.
Javelin.
That's a
25.
beautiful roll. You hit exactly where you wanted it to. That was amazing at 25.
11.
And it stuck into the ceiling extremely well.
All right. Okay, Gukar is going to take the other, or one of the other ropes, give it to Jessen and Gadara, and
sure you
ask
don't
you
want-
to hold on.
I
to
have
this
good animal
and tie it
handling.
onto
I don't know if we want me to go.
Well, that's why I'm saying is while you guys are doing that, Gukar is
Okay.
going to try this in case yours
Okay.
doesn't.
So Kadira's watching all this happening, and she just sees it get thrown into the ceiling, and she's just like, "Yeah, I know caves, and that shit seems fucked up." So Kadira's kind of like, "While you do that," and she starts walking away to go speak to the spiders. Does anybody join Gadira, or does everybody else stay behind?
I
to
was
help
already
out Gukar?
good.
Okay,
I'll,
so
I'll
so we got
stick
two
with,
people
I'll
doing
stick
that.
with
Gukar
Gukar and his
Azrak
plan.
and Gadira are going to the
I
spiders.
don't get
Sorry.
lost.
What about that, Jesse?
I'll stick with Gutgar and his plan.
Okay, certainly. So we're gonna finish with Gukar first. Go ahead.
So is there a rock that I could tie the other rope to?
I found a
Certainly,
beautiful-
there's a bunch of loose things around that you can tie stuff to.
No, I mean
question.
like a pillar or something in the ground that will.
like a stalactite or stalagmite.
Yep, absolutely. All this stuff is
So-
there before you.
Yeah, he ties one end of the rope to that, and then the other rope to his waist in case he falls and plummets half a mile.
Mhm.
A mile.
Yeah, a full mile. Oh
Go
god.
ahead.
Does he really want to try this though?
Of
That's the
course he does.
question.
This is his plan.
Perhaps it might be better for me to try first. I'm lighter than you.
He doesn't matter.
Yes.
So I'm just kidding.
Yeah, actually. I
And
think
you
he's
could
gonna
also
do that instead.
Pull me up should I fall down there.
See, Gukar is just afraid that there's something on the other side that's going to try and kill you.
Why don't I can make myself unseen.
That works. Gukar agrees with this. He ties the rope to you, and he's like holding one. He hands you the rope that's attached to the ceiling.
All right, before I try to swing across, I guess I will cast invisibility.
Okay.
All he's already saying, rip.
I know. I'm thinking too.
So you cast invisibility. You have you grab the rope to swing across, and was that it?
And I guess I'll try to swing across.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm giving you a big heavy push to
Okay.
help you along your way.
Did
Yeah,
you say
okay.
you said you tied the rope around your waist?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So he gives you the big heavy push, holding one end of the rope to himself and the other one, and tries to push you across as hard as he can. And so you grab this rope and you're trying to like with Tarzan
I
across
pushed
the
him for
way.
23.
Except with his 11 strength to throw that spear into the ceiling, it is certainly not
didn't
enough to
go well.
support your weight. And it
so
actually pulls out of the rocks, and you go falling as hard as you can. But then
Yeah.
because he's holding the other end of this 100-foot long rope or whatever it is, all of a sudden you go "Ugh," and then hit into the wall that's right there, and you fly off and hit it again.
And your neck snaps.
And hit it again. And while that was certainly jostling, could you make me a strength
Try.
saving throw as that huge G-force pull at your spine?
Oh my gosh, is he gonna
Oh
die?
my god. So you take, just from the initial whiplash fall, you're going to take 3d6 damage. So let me roll that right now
Oh,
for
he
you.
might be dead.
You
He
might
might
die.
be dead. Also,
Temporary hit
Oh
points.
my god, that's
Oh,
17 points of
dead.
damage
Wait,
just from that.
five.
And then as
No,
soon
no,
as
you'll
you
have
hit
five
the
extra.
wall, as
You'll
soon
have
as you
five
hit
extra.
that wall, you're going to take another 2d6 points of damage from just
Oh
a
my God.
smash against the wall. So,
That'll probably kill me.
so you're at what health right now? 3?
Well, with the temporary hit points, I'd be at 3.
Okay. And another 9 points of damage. So you are unconscious against the
I
wall.
can stabilize him.
0, but
Okay,
you're
he's
not
just
there,
unconscious, not
sadly,
dead.
Gadara. You have left to go find the spider. to go get the spider for what you.
I'm gonna
believe to be
come
a water
back.
supply.
It's like 2 minutes away.
And he
You
has
see
to
it
roll a
turn
into
death
like
save
this?
every round. And so you see this happen,
Boy.
Gar, and you're like, so at first all you see is, you see him swinging, and then all of a sudden you see the rope fall, and you're kind of like, well, I hope he got across. And then all of a sudden the rope that's in your hands gets tugged, like with incredible tug, and you're like, oh shit! Can you make me a strength save, Gar?
Yep, I already rolled it because I knew this was going to happen.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. It is a beautiful strength save right there. Thank you. You rolled that very quickly. You're able to easily hold on to him, making that fulcrum, doing all of that damage and everything that I just described. And you can start dragging and pulling him up. Could you make me a strength
Can I make
check, please?
Strength saving throw or strength check?
Check, please.
Okay. 13.
Okay. That 13 to try to pull him up as quickly as you can, but while you're pulling him up, Jezen, could you please roll me a death saving throw? Not bad. You get 1 success. You can mark that on your character sheet. You continue trying to pull him up. Make me a strength check.
Oh boy.
So you continue trying to pull him up that length of distance. You are going to successfully get him up here. However, Jezen, could you make me that saving throw?
It's a nat 20.
Oh,
just
there's
fine.
2. That's not bad.
He
You're not
made
doing
it!
so bad so
Oh
far.
my god!
Luckily for you, no, he hasn't made it yet. Luckily for you,
Oh.
you are no longer concentrating on your spell, and that damage, you definitely would have lost the
Invisibility.
invisibility. So you are visible. He is now there before you. Would you like to make a medicine check to try to stabilize him, or just push him off?
Yes,
the
I
edge?
was gonna. 8.
You
No.
killed him.
You fail your medicine check. Would you like to make another death saving throw, please? You have 2 positive and 2 negative death points right now. You are on the verge of death and of stabilizing. You are in a shitty spot right now, friend. Sir, you are in a shitty spot right
So
now.
Gugar's
Oh,
just
God.
like giving you CPR and he's actually hurting you more than he's helping.
He's like, you're like pressing his stomach and not his chest.
Well, no, Gugar, he doesn't know medicine, so he's seen people do CPR before, so he's like punching him in the sternum. It's like, no, that's not working.
Could
so
you
he's
roll,
gonna
roll for me another medicine check, please?
try again. Okay.
Okay.
Just
You-
like, no, that's right.
You do successfully stabilize him with 0 health points. You successfully stabilize him.
By
Oh, man.
punching, you punch him alive.
like,
Mm.
Oh my god.
Ouch. Ouch. Okay. So, wow. Could you just roll me another death save? I'm just curious.
sure.
That's funny.
It's like show your hand. Okay.
I was
Okay.
fine.
It's like show your hand at the end of a card game. Were you bluffing? Okay. So
Oh,
you are stable with 0 health points. You are hurting there, Jezen. You are hurting. Maggie, you and Cathanas here go outside and see the spider friend that you had with you. It's standing there, just kind of like pacing back and forth outside of the cave.
All right.
Yeah, he looks at it and he goes, "If you understand me, do this with your thing."
Kadir is very interested to see how this goes.
It stops to regard you guys as you speak to it, and then it just
Can
seemingly
you
not
make
understanding.
a web?
It doesn't seem to be
Um,
understanding you.
I'm gonna try to use animal handling to like kind of coerce it to kind of motion for it to come join us.
Okay, so you go towards it and you just kind of like get down on a knee and you start like gesturing towards this thing and just trying to like be calming and soothing. You actually are very perceptive of a person and you're very insightful. And you saw the hand gestures and whatnot that Nemi was using before when handling it. And so you try to emulate those hand gestures, and certainly you don't have anywhere near the kind of control that she does. And certainly it's very clunky, but your emulation is actually, it's working. It does kind of come over to you. And so you try to communicate with it. In very simple words, Maggie, what are you trying to tell this thing?
I'm just saying, follow.
Okay.
Follow.
Could you do me a favor? And because you rolled such a good handle animal, could you roll me a persuasion with advantage?
All right. Let's see how this goes.
It doesn't seem to be convinced. You're trying to tell it to follow, and so it starts doing so. But then once it realizes you're trying to tell it to go into the cave, it kind of recoils back a little bit, like getting in like a spider defensive position. Like it doesn't like the idea of going into the cave at the moment. Cathanas, feel free to jump in if you think there's anything you can do to assist.
I'm laughing at what Frank said in chat. He's trying to find a way he can blame Jessen for this. You just see Astro looking at the spider going, web, bridge, make.
Roll me a persuasion check without advantage.
I was gonna say, I was expecting disadvantage, to be honest.
I imagine you using like gestures and whatnot.
I know. I'm like, web, bridge, make.
Go ahead.
Persuasion, right?
Mm-hmm. And wow, -1. That's sad. So sadly, between the two of you, the thing just seems to be afraid. It seems to be recoiling from the idea of it. It's not very happy with the notion. Maggie, did you want to press the issue a little bit more with the creature?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay, I will allow you to roll one more time. Sadly, this time without advantage. But don't forget, you can use your goddess's blessing.
My what?
Goddess's blessing.
I don't have.
Guidance.
I don't have.
Guidance.
What?
Guidance.
Guidance.
I can't use guidance again.
Yeah, you can. It's a cantrip.
But it costs a ruby dust for it, and I only had one
He
ruby.
didn't use it.
Oh.
But he has it.
Maggie.
I only had one.
Does it
and
say it gets consumed as you're out by casting the spell?
It doesn't say it gets consumed.
Then you still have the dust.
Okay.
Because the spells actually say consumed in 5e, whereas the ones that we're more familiar
Oh,
with,
that makes
Pathfinder and
sense.
whatnot, it
It
doesn't.
didn't say consumed, but it did say it used a region, so. Okay.
So, like for instance, Identify doesn't require 100 gold every time in this version.
Okay.
That's so
well, then
nice.
that works. I will use guidance on myself.
Okay.
I'll touch myself. That's weird.
Well,
The spider exactly,
we'll
man.
say that he gave me back the gem or whatever, the powder. Or no, I gave him some powder, and let's say I have more in my component pack. I pull out some of the powder, and I like put it on my hand, and I say something under my breath, and then I go to persuade it again, and I say, "Come, help, web, bridge," and I'm going to roll it again. And we're gonna add the roll 1d4 to that.
that's amazing! A flippity flopping 22. It matches your animal handling check. That was an amazing check, Maggie. You speak soothingly to it, and you explain to it that the only way that you can save its people, again in very simple terms, is by making a bridge, and that you guys can protect it if anything happens. It kind of concedes to the point, and it's very defensive and in its movements. It's not like it like walks behind you guys like derp, 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 derp. It kind of like makes these quick little movements over to like hidden areas and climbs up on walls and stuff like that. And it tries to stay out of sight as it follows you guys over to where the bridge is, where it is that you need the bridge to be made. As you guys come back around the corner, you can see Jezen lying there unconscious on the ground, and Gutgar maybe standing or sitting near him somewhat defensively.
Just probably like.
I'm gonna run over to him and go down, get down and be like, What happened here?
The fool fell down the hole. I
What do
had
you
to
mean he
jump
fell
and
down?
save him.
Did he
Oh,
really fall
goodness
down the hole,
gracious.
Gutgar?
Yes.
What did you do? All right. I'm gonna heal him up. Is he
Technically,
unconscious?
hold on.
Do I need to like?
He is
Or can I
unconscious.
just heal him?
He is most
I would
certainly
assume he's
unconscious. You have to
stable.
cast a healing spell.
Just any healing spell?
Any healing spell will get him to 1.
All right. I'll heal you with
He's
that.
up to 6 health points. He's awake.
Oh boy.
Hurrah!
That's
So
like half his health.
you come to, and your ribs
Ugh.
and waist. Oh my god! And you have rope burn on your sides, and your clothes are somewhat ripped from it and everything.
Oh,
and
darn
your
it. I was gonna rob
head,
him.
a splintering headache. Oh my god!
Gutgar,
know
the
this.
plan didn't work. Ow.
What?
Because
What?
you did not hold on.
What
God,
plan did
I
you
saw
guys
your
do
screen.
now?
I saw you.
Gutgar just like motions dismissively towards him and is just. He was supposed to jump across. He
The rope
failed.
didn't stay in
We
the
have
ceiling.
another way around. It's fine. It's fine. And I look to the spider and I motion for it to come down. And I point
So,
to the area that's the
Justin's
space
gold
between.
pouch is missing, by the way. Just throwing that in there.
So you guys are point to the spider. The spider makes its way over, and it starts doing exactly what you had asked. It goes over to one side of the bridge, which is right here, and it lays down. If my screen would stop like flopping around to me, it goes to one side of the bridge, which is that's why it's doing it because I have it on a ruler, which is right here, and it makes its way around. So you have to imagine it's walking kind of around like this, and then it connects the webbing on the other side, and then it does that again right here. Walks around and connects it on the other side, and then
That makes sense.
and after it gets the two bits set up and it starts like weaving back and forth, a little bit of webbing going kind of like crisscross back and forth and making it nice and strong, and then actually climbs down the hole and grabs the tracks that are down there, and it hoists them up with incredible strength, hoists them up and starts to connect the tracks, like sticks it to the bottom side of the web, and then it starts to make a checkered mark across the bottom of the tracks, and does so on the other side, makes a checkered mark across the bottom of the tracks. Then it actually starts to remove some of the webbing from the top of the tracks, it starts to wrap it around the tracks, so that the bottom of them are very, very heavily woven, but the top of them are only about 10-15% covered in the webbing itself. Because whereas, and it's funny, because Ollie had mentioned this in chat earlier, I was totally going to use it against you. Old webbing, like a cobweb, has almost no elasticity, almost no stickiness. It's effectively useless. So whereas old webbing's bad, brand new webbing has incredible pliability and incredible strength.
Exactly.
And so this bridge is theoretically stronger than a dwarf could make it. This thing is an incredible bridge. And again, only 10-15% of it is covered with webbing on the top now. So it's actually very, very strong. Whoever drew that picture, who's that? It looks like my color. That's funny. But somebody just chose that. Whoever had done that, it looks beautiful.
I assume it's Maggie.
Wrong color, though. It now has open gaps instead of brown gaps.
I'm gonna cure wounds myself while the spider's doing the bridge.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'll even go so far as to say that this bridge takes a long time. If you guys want to relax a little bit after the bridge is built, you can even take another short rest.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll use that. Still.
But could
Maggie,
if
that
I
looks
try to
great.
approach the spider and pet it, would it allow me to?
If you try to pet that spider, it will bite at you and it'll make an actual legitimate attack roll. So if you
Okay.
try to pet the spider, it'll legitimately make an attack roll against you. I do apologize. It's just obviously the spider is very defensive. So
Exactly. That's why I want to make sure I got it. Because like he would be a good spider. Thank you. You are my friend.
and now it's going to attack you for doing that. Your AC.
No, I wasn't going to. Do
No,
that.
he wasn't going to.
Oh, you're not going to. So you
I
kind of
said-
get
I
close
said
and
I-
he's like, and you back off. Oh, that's good
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I hit you for a decent amount of damage.
So
I'm glad you said no. Go ahead.
Gukar, at seeing like the thing kind of scuttle away from Astrok, would actually like put his hand palm down, not threatening at all,
Mhm.
and just be like, "There, little friend. We'll protect you well enough." And can I roll animal handling to see if it reacts well? He's not trying to touch it. He's just like saying, "Hey,
You
we'll
roll an
protect
animal
you,
handling.
buddy." Yeah, that's
Th-
not gonna work.
It bites you.
Giant orc. Oh yeah, I figured.
No, it goes to bite at you, but you're able to snap your hand back just in time. You, Gadira, who watched this interaction happening, sees that it is very, very like just your approach to it was just all wrong. You were making you were making any gestures. Your tone was way off because you're too deep in tone and whatnot. You're just way off.
Oh, that's not how you do it. You do it like this. Yeah. Now do it again. And you get a 1d4 with it.
Oh, okay. Then
And then roll a 1d4.
17.
Not quite what I was saying, but I'm close enough.
I'm gonna turn that frown upside down. So you still you communicate with it much better, and it actually seems to calm down significantly around you. But it's about back to where it was beforehand, maybe slightly better mood. To put it in Pathfinder terms, you brought it from indifference to hostile, back up to maybe friendly.
yeah, it's basically, he's a barbarian totem. He likes animals.
Okay.
And
Oh,
he
you're like
considers-
Roman.
Yeah, well, except not 8 intelligence.
Yeah. So you rolled better. All right, so you guys finish a short rest, and you're actually able to cross the bridge. Oh wait, is it that easy? Roll me an acrobatics check to get across, please.
Oh god, I'm really bad at this
Here's
shit.
where I die.
Maggie,
Oh.
don't forget you can pray to your god first, but I guess you don't need
By
to.
the way, I suggest we all tie the rope around us and cross it one at a time.
Yeah, that worked out so well last time, didn't it, Jezen?
It did.
Ouch. I can't do athletics.
No, acrobatics, sir. You were being nimble. Nimble.
Where is it?
Can I cross on all fours? Because I don't like heights.
So I
Do I get,
imagine you
like, a
did cross
plus
on
for
all
that?
fours, and you still failed. The DC was an 8, so everybody else beat or crushed it. And you actually were the only one probably with a rope tied around your side. Slip and fall off the side because like you're just trying to not step on the webbing. That's what the acrobatics check's for. Trying not to fall on the webbing and everything. You slip and you actually fall off the side. Make for me a dex save, please.
So you
And
guys just
I'm gonna
hear,
give
like,
you guidance with that.
Oh, shit.
Sadly,
I'm
guidance
gonna-
doesn't work for saves, does it?
It doesn't?
that's a save.
Oh, maybe it doesn't.
Ability checks, yeah.
15.
Oh,
It's an
that's okay.
ability check,
Because
yeah.
on your way down, you're able to grab hold of enough of the webbing that you swing around and your whole body's stuck against the web, like. And so you're actually saved on the bottom of the bridge, stuck against the webbing that's down there. From here, we don't...
Assistance would be appreciated.
Hold on, before anybody makes any assistance, Astaroth, you still have that flame.
Yeah. Are you gonna light me on fire?
I mean, I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here.
You know, the sad part is I'm very tempted.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No PvP, no PvP. So we don't need to make any rolls. Simply put, you guys are able to help him out and get him across the bridge. He is now sticky and covered in this like disgusting webbing.
I'm just gonna
and
give him
whatnot,
this
but-
look.
Astork
Just
is
this
poking
look
fun
at
the
him.
entire time.
I mean, this is not the first time that Gutgar has been covered in a white sticky substance.
Okay,
No.
so moving on. You guys are finally able to make your way over to the next entrance down to the area below. Now, I'm assuming everybody's interested in finishing this adventure, correct?
I mean, no.
It's
Oh.
late.
So Gutgar's going to leave.
Yeah. It is very late right now, and I can tell you what's immediately down here is going to be the boss. We can finish this another time for a quick little boss fight, or we can push it on for now. I'll leave it to you guys.
I'm fine with pushing on. But I know
Okay.
it's late for some of you guys.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do it if I need to, but
You absolutely don't
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
that
need
way.
to.
It's like if you all want.
if you
to.
guys are doing it, I'll stick with it. I've been up later, so
Okay.
role playing. So it's not.
I'd rather not, but if you all want to, I will.
Okay. It's a 50-50, so with a 50-50, we're not going to force it. We can finish this some other time. There's not much
Oh, wait.
left to go on.
Let's do a tiebreaker. Let's do, like, 1v100.
No. We could get together some other time. It's easy to get all 5 of us together some other time to do a quick little boss fight. Besides,
Yeah.
everybody
Let's-
loves a cliffhanger, don't
let's-
they? It's almost like here we are with grenades lingering in the air.
No, this is all Delric's
never
plan.
I mean,
no.
to be fair, we
This is
had
all-
two literal cliffhangers today.
Yeah, but this is all Delric's plan to like get us to all come back again.
I mean, I'm fine with doing a campaign.
For
I
a
am too.
I am
quickie.
too.
Guys, I only want you for a quickie, okay? I only want you know what we
He
should
says
do?
that.
You know what we should
It'll
do?
only be 3 hours.
No, we
5
just
million hours
finish
later.
it. We finish it when Ollie's supposed to be DMing. We're like, oh Ollie, you're gonna have to wait. We have to finish this
Yeah.
this hour now.
Oh no! Don't do that
And-
to Ollie.
And then you can start your campaign just after we're done. How's that
Don't
sound,
do that
buddy?
to Ollie.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, we're all done here. So, we'll finish it some other time. Not a big deal. I love a good cliffhanger. So, before we go, where can everybody find you, people, and so on and so forth? Maggie, ladies first. Where can we find you? How
right.
can all that?
After you called me a dude earlier, I know what you're planning. You guys can find me at Margaret Crone in all the places. MargaretCrone.com is kind of the quick way to find all those locations. But Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, I'm there. I'm posting stuff, and I play all kinds of things on all those things. Normally on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm playing with Lost Initiative Show at twitch.tv/Lost Initiative Show, along with Delric, where we play D&D, and then we also have a Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign.
Sometimes.
And then on Sundays, I'm playing over at Roll For It, so twitch.tv/Roll For It, and I'll be playing Shadowrun. It's super fun. And we'll be getting back into the fray of things next week. I actually have a couple other things that are going to be coming up as well, so it's going to be an action-packed week. Stay
Awesome.
tuned.
Great. Thank you very much, Maggie. Next up, we're going to have Tantus. Where can people find you? What do you do?
Well, first off, you could always find me at Twitter at @tdracoven. That's usually just where I put all my announcements of everything that's going on with me and all that information, plus some random stuff. I have my YouTube channel, youtube.com / I think it's C, the Dracoven Empire. You can find me there where I put out all kinds of instructional videos on tabletop things, from role-playing games, stuff on magic, things like that, some lore, some history. You could also find me at Twitch at Tantus and Dracoven on my Twitch channel. There I just have some random gaming live streams. I have a tabletop discussion show on Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have my own game that I DM on Sundays, normally around 1 p.m., but it varies for the players. Treasure of the Lost Legion, where we're doing 5th edition Spelljammer. That's about all the places you usually find me. Or
Perfect.
sometimes in chat at Lost Initiative, too.
Well, yeah, usually trolling around there, definitely. That's how we know you so well.
Yes.
All right, Gutgar the Bear, or Frank, where can we find you? What do you do? Who are you?
All right.
How are you?
Well, as you guys probably all know, I'm Control Alt Frank. You can find me at Control Alt Frank on Twitter or twitch.tv/Control Alt Frank. I run a relatively homebrew 5e game every Friday around 9 p.m. Eastern. I forgot what time zone that was. It is a kind of realistic Nordic themed one.
Wait, what is it? Yours runs at the same exact time as mine. You're not allowed to talk about that. That's
Sorry, yours came after mine.
No, actually, no. His doesn't exist. It's really on Tuesdays at 1 a.m.
Obviously.
Oh God, it's a horrible time.
Just kidding.
That would be an awful time.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
I just learned that since I'm expanding the map on it, the map that I currently have is only 8,000 by 5,000 pixels. The full map would actually be about 40 feet by, I think, 22 feet if I did the full map for it.
Yeah.
And I think I might do it because it's all of Europe in a fantasy setting. So you can catch me there, and I'm actually looking to start. Yeah, no one cares that Cathanas also plays in that game. He's gonna die.
Is that the one that I played in for that one episode?
That one episode.
That was
never
fun.
Came back.
I'm actually
I
looking
had
to
fun.
expand that setting with more groups and more people. So who knows? But that's it. Follow me on Twitter or don't.
Awesome. Nobody cares about Kath. So as for, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Cathanas. Go ahead.
I'm not coming back. No. Hello. Yes, you can find me at. I don't have, unfortunately, one name you can find me under, but it's at the Cathanas on Twitter, Cathanas Gaming on Twitch, Cathanas on Facebook, and all that stuff. My Instagram is just Austin_Adkins. Just my name, and you can find me DMing for the Lost Initiative chat, as most of you all know. I'm also, a moderator for Maggie streams. You can find me there, and you can find me Fridays. Apparently, that no one cares about in Frank's game. It's whatever.
I like that Kath mentioned that, but Frank, I pay Frank.
I know.
Oh yeah, by the way, I am
I'm just kidding.
community manager for Margaret Crone. I was going to mention that, but then I forgot to.
No, it's just funny.
But yeah, you can find me at those places. And if you really like me, you can help me campaign to get Twitter and Twitch to give me Cathanas.
Yeah. Good luck with that one, buddy.
I
Good
know,
luck
it's
with
never
that
gonna
one.
happen.
Well, Twitch, you can now. Well, unless someone has the name.
Unless somebody
that's
has
just
the
It's
name.
it's a Justin.tv one.
Yeah. All right. So.
Well, let you rename now. So.
I'll try.
So what I was going to say, and then I am Delric. You can find me on Twitter at Delric. You can actually find me on YouTube as of today, or whatever day it was that we recorded this, as opposed to when you're watching it. You can find me on YouTube, which is /Delric, which I'm super excited about. On Twitch, it's twitch.tv/DelricMaster. Maybe one day I'll be able to claim that Delric, but for now, nobody has it. They just won't give it to me. And let's see. You can also find me on like Reddit and stuff like that as Delric Master and various other wonderful places. But that doesn't matter. Lost Initiative on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is a load of fun, as Maggie said. It's both 5e D&D as well as what's it called? Fantasy Flight Games,
Star Wars Edge of the
Star
Empire.
Wars.
Edge of the Empire.
Edge of
I
the
am so
Empire.
tired right now at 1:49 a.m. And then on Fridays from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/roll for it, where I'm actually starting to play a new game called Stars Without Number. We're playing the beta version of the second edition of the game, which is loads of fun because we
I
keep
wanna
getting
play that
updates.
game.
Oh man, I literally made a macro to make new characters because I'm like, I'm not going to design 100 characters as I die left and right. I'm totally using a macro and lazying my way out, and it's awesome. I got the best stats out of everybody. My character's this amazing, super intelligent, super charismatic killbot. It's gonna be so much fun.
I have a
Die session
spreadsheet I'm going to send you for that.
Perfect.
I love a Stars Without Number.
But it's different. It's not first edition. It's their new 2e version.
Oh.
It's in beta. So
Stars
it's, actually,
Without Numbers.
it's very different. I actually had to
love Stars.
recreate the character sheet on Roll20 to make it so we could actually play the game because it's no longer THACO and stuff. And then also on Friday nights, just to conflict with Frank, and it's only to conflict with Frank, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we also play 5e Eberron game here at twitch.tv/Delric Master. So maybe you can load up in one web browser Delric Master and another web browser Frank's stream, and we can see who has the louder voice.
See, but here's the thing. You have to have one stream muted and watch the other.
No one is louder than Zeely. Just saying.
Oh my god, she's so loud.
Oh my god, this is
For anyone that ever
She's the
watches my
loudest.
show, I apologize for my girlfriend. She does not know how to control her mic.
Awesome.
She'll be like really quiet and then all of a sudden real loud. And
then
you're
the
like,
random
"Ah!"
vacuuming. The random vacuuming.
What?
No, that was a chainsaw, remember? Someone was doing yard work.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she also does not know how to mute her microphone, so
Wow.
Well,
maybe don't
I'm
watch
sure
my
she
show. It's not very
appreciates-
professional.
I'm sure she appreciates you ripping on her midstream. Oh man.
You know, she's not gonna watch this. The only way she'll find out is if someone goes and tells her.
Like
Maggie,
me.
or Kath, you got a task ahead of you. All right, guys, and that is it for
But I'm-
tonight. I'm glad we have a cliffhanger. We'll come back and we'll finish this in a quick little, I guess, 1.2 shot. Have yourselves a great night. Thank you so much. Bye.
What happens in D&D stays in D&D.
Bye.